What's up, athletes? Coach Brock here, going to walk you through the new pieces of the facility, the PCDs, also known as the posterior chain developers. I'm going to show you today how to adjust them and a couple different exercises we're going to be seeing here in the near future in the programming. So first things first, we're going to walk to the back and show you how to utilize the foot pads. There are two different types of adjustments. One is to adjust the pad up and down for the ankles. The other one obviously is to adjust the pad forward and backwards for leg height. So there are little knobs here that we're going to be using. You're just going to pull that out, slide it down, slide it up according to the exercise you're going to be doing. You heard a click there just now. You want to make sure when you adjust these pieces that you are clicking them into place. That way they don't move on you while you're in the machine. Now, each exercise is going to be different as far as adjustments goes. So make sure you're listening to coaches when they're telling you how to utilize the pieces accordingly. So that's going to be the back side here. You're going to notice the foot pads on the back as well. They have handles. That's because we're going to be using these not just for putting our legs in, but also for holding when we do things such as reverse hyperextensions. Now we're going to come to the front side here. We're going to talk about the pad itself, right? Whether you're placing your thighs, your knees, or your hips on this pad, you just want to make sure you're placing it accordingly. One thing to utilize and notice is there is a little pad that fits on the inside of the thigh pad. That is if you're going to be needing an exercise where you don't need this, or you need a little bit room for yourself inside of the pad, right? So if you need to take that out, make sure you put it in a proper place. And when you need it again, you're going to put it back in. It's a little Velcro piece in there. It just helps it make sure it stays secure. Now, looking on the swing arms, you're going to notice a little dial or pin on the top of these, okay? That's going to make sure it is held in place for when it is a double-sided exercise, but you can also undo that pin and it's going to move the swing arms. That way they move independently. So down here are the little ankle pads or the ankle straps. We're going to keep these hooked on to the steps here. As you can tell, these are steps for yourself to get up and down on. When you're not using these, I want them to be hooked here. That way, if you're walking around or if you're doing a different exercise that you don't need them for, you're not going to catch them and potentially hurt yourself, right? So keep those there when they're not being used. When they are being used, you're just going to take them off, right? Now you're also going to notice the carabiners here, they have a different height adjustments. So you can just remove the carabiner here. You can adjust it high or adjust it low, depending on the exercise that you're going to do. For most of the time, they'll probably be in that spot they're in now, but just know if you ever need to adjust it, you can do that there, okay? And then the last thing you're going to need is the pins to undo and lock in the weights there. So if you ever need to load it up with plates, grab them from the racks, okay? We're not going to use these for storage on the backside. There are storage places. Don't use those, okay? Keep the weights where they are designated. Bring them over when you need them. Make sure you put them back when you're done, right? So that's the adjustments you're going to need to know for the front side.